What got you into contemporary Christian music? Like before you started your career, like what motivated you? What led you up to that moment?
I think it was, I was living in Miami, Florida at the time. I was a bartender, bar manager of a club out there. I was playing in piano bars. I was very far from the Lord. I had just gratified my sinful nature for a very long time.
Hmm.
And it just kind of brought me to there's a misconception of what you can take from the world what you want. But the reality is every time you take something from the world, it's taking a piece of you. And I can tell you that I came to the end of my life. I almost lost my life doing drugs, driving drunk. God spared my life and the life of many other people.
Hmm.
Um, I was very, very far from the Lord, but I'd gone to church, on and off years before that. So I knew where to go
Right.
for help. And I went to a church called Wayside Baptist Church in Miami, Florida on a Sunday night service. I just sat in the back row. And I just remember surrendering my life to Christ in that moment. It's a long story, but the whole church came over and prayed for me. I went back the next day, talked to the singles pastor, and he told me I needed to quit my job, as a bartender. And I wasn't really receptive of that because that was how I was making my living at the time. But he was absolutely right.
Hmm.
Eventually, I ended up losing that job anyway. And God was gracious enough to do that because I know it was Him because I didn't have the courage to leave it myself. And that's when the step by step of I started writing songs more about the Lord, what He was doing in my life. And I was in a choir at a church, University Baptist Church, and I was just enjoying the Christian life, even though, I had sin in my life that God was still sanctifying me, getting that stuff out. I think one of my favorite things to say back then was bad company corrupts good morals. It's in the word
Hmm.
of God. And so you don't want to hang out with people that you used to hang out with, used to sin with. So my whole friend group changed. And, uh, and I was hanging around Christians. And so it just seemed obvious to me that if I love music and I'm a Christian, that maybe I should do Christian music because I love music.
Hmm.
And that's kind of how I started listening to a lot of Christian music back in the 70s and the 80s. I was drawn to the music, but I was never drawn to Christ. It was only the music. So now I was drawn to Christ, and out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. So I wanted to sing about Jesus.
Wow. So how old were you when you got into that?
So yeah, I was 23.
23. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
long time ago, Michael.